Hello, and welcome back to Gooseberry Homestead. Today, we're going to be talking about pineapple sage, also known as tangerine sage. It is a perennial shrub, and it's native to Mexico and Guatemala. In the spring, in my region of Washington State, it will start to bloom, and it'll have these red tubular flowers that attract butterflies and hummingbirds. I had so many hummingbirds flying into my yard and visiting the flowers this summer, and they just loved this plant. So up in our area of the United States, it blooms, like I had stated, in the spring. It's also bloomed throughout the summertime, and it kind of started to stop blooming around August. And that's also around the time that I trimmed it back really harshly. As you can see in the photo, it's really short and compact down to the pot. And the pot that I have it planted in is a really large pot. And so I had bought this plant last year, and I really loved it, and I didn't know that much about the plant, so I actually brought it indoors, but it didn't have the proper type of pot for it, and anyways, it died indoors. And so this year I decided I was gonna go ahead and leave it outdoors and see how it does. With that in mind, the plant can grow, now that you can see how short it is here, and it's only about maybe 6 inches tall at the tallest point. This plant can actually grow up to 4.5 feet tall, give or take a few inches above 4.5 feet and a few inches below 4.5 feet, approximately 3.9 to 4.9 feet tall. And so you can kind of get an idea as to how tall that this plant can get. Now, this plant will stop flowering in the autumn, okay? And if you get a hard frost, it'll actually die off, and in the spring it'll actually should come back up from the roots. And now I have not actually experienced this yet, and so I'm excited to find out if this is going to come back next spring. I actually will be harvesting some more of the leaves here today and enjoying it in my lunch. But I wanted to go ahead and just point that out so you guys can maybe experiment with this plant next year. Now, there's some really great medical uses for the plant. Now, I'm just going to state here right now that I am not a doctor or anything like that. So they have done studies on this plant with mice, and so yeah, they just kind of, just know that I'm not a doctor, okay, you guys? So with this plant, medically, in Mexico, it's been medically used to treat anxiety, depression, and to help to lower blood pressure. And so they have actually seen in their studies that they've done on mice and so forth that it actually has helped with anxiety in the mice, and it has helped with depression in the mice. So those are the medical benefits to this plant, and overall the flavor of the plant is really great. It does kind of have a pineapple flavor to it, and it's a really awesome plant. I did notice that the actual, I'll point here, these parts on the plant, they actually have a square structure to the limbs and such, and it kind of resembles mint a lot in that respect. And I also want to note that it propagates very easily. Much like basil, it roots very well. So all you do is stick it into a glass of water, and within a matter of days it has roots on it, and then you can plant it. I also noticed that whenever one of the limbs down here actually touched down onto the ground, it would actually root into the pot. So on the other side of the plant, right in here, I actually have some plants that actually had rooted down from a limb touching down onto the ground. So it roots very well. And so with that, I would probably say that this is probably the type of plant that will spread possibly by the roots, and we'll just have to wait and see next spring as to what happens. So you guys, thank you so much for watching my video today. Have a great day, and I will talk to you guys all later. Go ahead, don't forget, like and subscribe. comment below, click the bell button so that you don't miss out on any of my videos, and have a great day, guys. Bye!